My company was originally my granddaddy and his brother, and that's where we go by Hurley Brothers Farms. And my granddaddy died back in the 80s, and my dad kind of took over his place, and they just kept the name as Hurley Brothers. Like I said, we've been here for 5 generations now, and I've kind of just stepped in after I graduated high school. I always knew whenever I was a little bitty fella that I wanted to farm, but the realization hit in high school whenever I had to decide whether I was going to go to college, I was going to learn a trade, or I was going to go get a 4-year degree, or what I was going to do. But I practically graduated high school and I just went to work here on the farm. And some days when it's tough, I get to thinking about what would I rather be doing, and I get to thinking, and there's not really anything that I'd rather be doing. There's a lot of people, they live their entire life and retire and do exactly what I'm doing right now. Like today, I was spraying with this sprayer last night. I was coming down the road, I blew a hydraulic line. That's going to be a 3 or 4 hour project getting that repaired whenever you guys leave. And I will be covered from head to toe with black oil, grease, nastiness whenever I get done dealing with that. Some days I spend an entire morning doing paperwork. Yesterday morning I spent most of the morning talking to brokers, chemical salesmen, agronomists. It's just there's not many jobs that are as diverse daily as a farmer is. Here we try to do everything ourselves, between me, my dad, and my uncle, as far as mechanicking, all of our carpentry work, our field work, kind of the whole 9 yards. We try not to hire out anything, trying to keep our bottom line down on our budget. Raise the calves, they'll get up to in the 600 to 700 pound weight, and they'll be sold and they'll be shipped out. They might go anywhere from just 50 miles up the road, or they may go to Nebraska, and they'll be put on feed and they'll be fed out until in that 1,500 to 1,600 pound range, and that's when they'll be slaughtered. And then where the meat goes from there, it could be going all the way to China. We try to produce all of our own hay. That's been difficult in the past few years. I don't know if any of you remember a couple years ago when it got super dry. That really affected our grass, and we're still recovering from it. We're hoping that this year that we can kind of get over the hump of the drought in our Bermuda grass. That's our main thing that we cut all of our forage off of for the winter. As far as our row cropping goes, cotton and soybeans, our soybeans that we harvest, they go to Guntersville, Alabama, to a oil mill, and what that'll do is they'll press the soybean oil out of it, and then they'll come back, and the meal, a lot of it goes into chicken feed. That's a main protein source in a lot of the chicken feed rations. What we do is we put it in what's called a module. Module, all it is 14 bales of cotton packed into a modular bale that can be moved. It is then carried to Cartersville, it's ginned, and then it's put into storage. When it's put into storage, we start finding a marketing plan for it. Cotton is one of the main commodities that relies solely on the economy. Man-made fibers like polyester, it can be made much cheaper than cotton can be produced. But whenever the economy is booming, as you could say, cotton is kind of considered a luxury item. Our cotton is sold through a cotton company. That's all they deal in is raw cotton that's been ginned, and it could go to export, it could go to the port at Savannah. If it's going to be exported, normally it's shipped to Savannah first to get on a boat. Or it could even go to Trine up here to Mount Vernon. Kind of just we've been here for 5 generations now, and I've kind of just stepped in after I graduated high school. Some days when it's tough, I get to thinking about what would I rather be doing, and I get to thinking, and there's not really anything that I'd rather be doing. There's a lot of people, they live their entire life and retire and do exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay.